Amy, it's been so long. Congratulations on getting married.
Huh? Sorry, but who is this?
If I said I'm Robin, would you remember?
Really? You mean the woman who left my father and walked out 17 years ago?
That's right! I'm your mother! You were still just in elementary school back then. It takes me back.
What do you want? I don't know how you got my number either, but that's kind of creepy.
Don't worry about that. I managed to send you a message. So let's have a nice mother-daughter relationship from now on. To start off, I'll come live with you to celebrate your marriage.
Live together?
Your husband is the one from the big foreign investment company, isn't he? To lock down such a great catch. You really are my daughter. Anyway, from now on, since you're my daughter, I'd like you to look after your mother.
No way.
What? Why?
First of all, I don't understand anything that you've just said. And I barely even remember your face. You're basically a complete stranger to me. You stabbed my dad in the back and ran off with some other man. And now you just shamelessly reappear all of a sudden? That's a little too suspicious for me. Don't get ahead of yourself.
What? Amy, I'm your mother. How dare you speak to me like that? I still raised you for a few years. Surely there's some gratitude for that.
No way in hell there is.
What?
Leave me alone.
Oh, so that's the attitude you're gonna take? Well, here's something to think about. You've got no future except to live with and look after me from now on.
Hey, Amy, do you have some time right now?
Oh, Christy, hey! I was just about to message you.
It sounds like something happened. Was it Mom?
Yeah, today around lunchtime. I have no idea how she even got my number, but she messaged me on WhatsApp.
Damn it, I was too late.
Did something happen with you, too?
Yeah. Today while I was out of the house, Mom apparently snuck in.
Are you serious?
Grandma was home, so it's not like the house was completely empty. But right at that time, she was vacuuming the second floor and left the front door open. Then, Mom came in and looked through Grandma's phone, which was charging on the first floor. I bet that's when she got your number.
How do you know that she snuck in while you were out?
See, after Grandpa died, it's just been me and Grandma living there, right? When I'm out at work, I get a little worried about her. So we discussed it and installed a baby monitor in case anything happens. So everything Mom did got recorded on that.
I see. So she hasn't messaged you at all?
No, not yet. I don't really get why she messaged you instead of me, though.
About that, I think she's getting the two of us mixed up.
Mixing us up? How?
Well, when she messaged me today, she said a few things. She remembered that she divorced Dad and left us 17 years ago, but she also said that I was still in elementary school at the time. And I was supposed to have some gratitude towards her for the few years that she did bring me up. She also congratulated me on my marriage and asked to move in with me and support her financially. I really felt like she's planning something to get you to go live with her.
What the hell? After going through all the pain of childbirth, can someone really confuse their kids? But if she said all that, it really does look like she's mixed up both of our names. In any case, as if I'd ever live with and support that person.
I know, right? But you know what? I was thinking something.
What's that?
I wonder if we can use her own mistake against her and get her out of our lives for good.
Without correcting her mix-up?
See, if she's set on living together, that means that she doesn't fully understand our current situation.
Oh, I see.
So, while she's still trying to make her move, we don't correct her mix-up to buy ourselves some time, right?
That's it.
Well, it depends when she tries to contact us next, but we'll reveal it sooner or later.
But is that okay with you? It'll help me out a lot, but...
Don't worry, it's fine. If she thinks she's talking to you, that means that she won't contact me or Dad.
I guess so.
I'll take it from here. So for the meantime, you, Grandma, and your husband just should go about each day normally. Okay?
Got it, thanks.
Amy, by the way, I just arrived at your new place.
What?
I waited for your new husband to get home, and the moment he unlocked the door, I stole the key, ran in, and locked him out of the house. Plan complete.
So basically, you're going to just be locked inside the house on your own.
Yep. I checked out the fridge, and there's plenty of tasty-looking things for me to eat and drink. Today's the day I'll make you promise to let me live with you and for you to support me.
Aren't you ashamed to call yourself my mother?
Well, I am your mother, so there's nothing to be ashamed of.
I don't want to think of a woman who betrayed her own husband and was unfaithful as my mother. Can't you understand even something as obvious as that?
You're really gonna say something like that?
What do you mean?
I mean, come on. When I heard who your husband was, I was totally shocked.
Why?
Because you're hiding something from him, aren't you?
Hiding something?
Before you met your current husband, you had a relationship with a married man, right? Isn't it possible that you've still got something going on with him even now? And if your husband were to find out, he'd file for divorce, wouldn't he? If you don't want your husband finding out about your affair, you better do what I want.
Oh, that? You mean when I was tricked into thinking that the guy was single and we almost went on a date?
What? Almost went on a date?
Although that guy was a client at work. I guess he had a thing for me, and I felt like it might be okay for me to go out with him. But just as I was about to say okay to his invites, I found out that he was already engaged. And that's where it ended.
Huh? You were about to say okay to a date, but then changed your mind when you found out he was engaged?
Exactly. I have at least that much good sense.
Ha! What a waste.
Don't think I'm anything like you. I'm not just someone who can't tell the difference between random desires and real love.
Ch.
Hey, Amy. We're at JFK right now.
Oh, hey, Christy.
It's boarding time in 10 minutes, so I figured I'd send you a message before I had to turn off my phone.
You're with Grandma and your husband, right?
Of course.
I'm actually texting that woman right now.
Really? Right at this moment?
I know, right? I'm discussing the messages with Dad before I reply.
In that case.
Yeah, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to reveal her mistake to her.
Thanks for doing this for me. I know it must have been annoying.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Same to you.
Hey,
Oh, I was wondering why you weren't replying.
the apartment that you took over? It's the one on the 5th floor of a building in the Bushwick, right?
Obviously. I saw you go in and out of this apartment, so there's no mistaking it. Since you're going out of your way to ask about your own apartment, that must mean that you're ready to live together.
Did you notice that that apartment is for 3 people?
What?
That's just a temporary place we were staying before moving into our new house.
What are you talking about? Temporary?
I haven't been living there for some time now.
What?
Since we moved out, we've just been staying in a hotel near the airport.
A hotel? Near the airport?
This morning, my older sister Christy linked up with our grandma. And just a few minutes ago, took off to live in a different country.
What? What do you mean moving to a different country? And what do you mean by your older sister, Christy?
Your eldest daughter, Christy.
What are you talking about? My oldest daughter is you, Amy.
I thought so. You mixed up our names.
I mixed them up?
Christy is your eldest daughter. I, Amy, am the second daughter. Basically, the one who married the member of the foreign investment company is Christy, not me.
That can't be. The one I've been messaging this whole time is the younger.
Yep, that's right. For your information, I'm still a high school student.
What? You're still in high school?
Well, to be fair, I did graduate just a few weeks ago. I was born right at the time that you cheated on and divorced Dad. So I'm sure if you do the math, you can figure out how old I am.
If that's the case, I'll have you support me instead of Christy.
What the hell?
You must still be living with your dad, right? In that case, we can get back together, all of us.
Nope, Dad and I are moving to another country too, from a different airport to my sister.
What?
Dad works at the same company as Christy's husband, and they were able to organize a transfer at the same time to the same location. And luckily for me, I was able to go with them since I just graduated high school.
Why would you purposefully leave the country at different times?
Well, there's not really any particularly deeper meaning. After graduating from technical school, Christy was living at Dad's old house with Grandma. At the same time, I was living together with Dad in New Jersey. So it just makes sense to leave from airports that are closer to us.
Huh? Wait, hold on a second. I was so surprised about what you said, so I only just remembered. But did you say that Christy's husband really already left the country?
Yep, they're already on the plane.
Then, this apartment, whose is it?
Oh, you mean the man you stole the key from and kicked out just before?
Yes, who is it?
Who knows?
What?
Are you seriously still in that apartment?
Of course! I mean, I thought this was where Christy was living.
Well, you better get out of there and apologize to the current tenant.
How embarrassing! Hold on, this is getting bad.
What is it?
The police are outside! When did they get here all of a sudden?
The current tenant obviously called them. It's a clear case of breaking and entering after all.
How can you say that so easily?
Anyway, the boarding time is getting close for me and Dad.
No way! Wait!
Goodbye. Sometime later, my dad asked his friend to look into what my mom was doing. Turns out that the man she had been living with since she left had lost his source of income. And so she left him to search for a new person she could leech off. Around that time, she heard about Christy's marriage. And that's when she tried to contact me after mixing up our names and finding my contact details. Then the entire situation with us unfolded. In the end, she was taken in by the police who were called to the apartment she had broken into. But charges were laid and she needed to pay fines and reimbursement. She doesn't have anyone close to call or to ask for help from, so it's up to her to do something on her own. If you ask me, it sounds like the first time in her entire life that she will actually have to do some work. For a woman like her who thought she deserved to be cared for and supported her entire life without giving anything back, it's the beginning of a very miserable life.
Hey, Anna, your business trip is until the day after tomorrow, right?
Yup.
Can I enter your room with the spare key tomorrow?
What? Why?
I think I forgot something there the last time I visited. I thought I should ask you for my permission, even if you are my fiancé. Can I go in and find out?
Can't you wait until I get home? I see.
I want to use it tomorrow. There's important conversation, you know?
I see. Then I guess it can't be helped. I understand, but don't touch the drawer with my dresses, alright?
Okay, the one with the dresses your late mother gave you, right? Well, I've never touched that drawer, so there's no way what I'm looking for is there.
I guess so.
Sorry, I have to do this while you're away. I'll take care not to make a mess.
Okay, thanks. Nick? There's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
Sorry if it sounds like I'm doubting you, but do you know anything about what happened to the drawer with my dresses?
Why?
One of the dresses is gone.
What?
It disappeared at the same time the lock broke.
Maybe you're just imagining things. There are a lot, right? And you don't even wear them often.
I take them out every once in a while for maintenance, so I know the pattern of every dress, and I'd notice immediately if one of them disappeared.
Oh, really?
Do you know anything?
Well, not really. I never touched that drawer.
I see. Then I better call the police since it might be a burglary.
The police?
I'm going to check the video on the intercom system later as well.
Video?
Yep. It's a new model that starts recording whenever it detects someone unusual.
Isn't that going too far?
You've got plenty of dresses, right? Losing one should be fine.
That dress is irreplaceable. It was given to me by my mother, which is why I checked the intercom system as soon as I noticed it was gone.
What?
Give me my mother's dress back!
Well,
Now! Shit. Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know. I'm the one who took the dress. Lauren's the one who has it.
what? Who's Lauren?
My ex-girlfriend. I lent her the dress.
Why?
She said she needed a dress, so...
That's not what I meant. Why are you still in contact with your ex-girlfriend? And why would you just give her my dress? She should buy her own if she needs one that badly. Besides, you knew those were my mother's dresses. They're one of my only things I have left of her. You should know that they're important to me.
Well, she'll probably give it back sooner or later.
I'm telling you to give it back right now. Call this Lauren immediately.
Just give up already.
What? Are you telling me to just give up the dress?
I mean, she's probably cut the dress by now.
She what?
Do you know that dresses like that look better if you're shorter? Lauren's 152 centimeters tall, so she had to cut it so it would fit her.
Huh? She'll ruin the dress if she cuts it.
Lauren's good with her hands, so she should be able to do it. You're 170 centimeters tall, right? You won't be able to wear it anymore, so just give it to her. It's not gonna fit even if she gives it back.
That's not the problem. I'm telling you that's my mother's dress. I'm not even that tall. She's only 2 centimeters shorter than me. So there's no reason for her to cut the dress.
What?
Cutting someone else's dress is wrong in the first place. Just what are you thinking?
Well, if that's the case, Lauren can have the dress, right?
Huh? Are you being serious?
But it can't be helped, right? She's already cut it.
Fine, then pay me $105,000.
What? $105,000? What joke is this? It doesn't matter how mad you are, that amount is just... What?
My mother's dresses mostly cost around $700 to $2,000. But the dress you stole was made by a famous fashion designer, so it's way more expensive than the others. Taking any of the dresses would have been bad enough. But to think you took the one that cost $105,000.
What? This is a joke, right? You just try to scare me, right? Oh, I get it. This is one of those pranks.
I wish it was a joke. I've told you this over and over, but that dress was given to me by my mother. There's no way I would be able to joke about it.
So that means that...
Just contact this Lauren for me, will you? I'm not just going to ignore this.
Long time no see, Anna. Is now a good time?
What? Is this Maria? We haven't talked since the high school reunion, right? What's wrong?
You see, my sister has one of the dresses your mother gave you.
What?
You know, when your mother showed me her collection when I told her I was interested in making dresses? My sister has the one she said was made by a famous fashion designer right now.
Are you sure?
I compared it with the picture I took that time, so I'm pretty sure. My sister says an acquaintance of hers gave it to her, but this dress is a remembrance from your mother, right? I thought there was no way you'd just give it to someone.
Is your sister named Lauren?
Yeah. You've met my sister before?
No. I'll explain it to you later. But for now, can you tell me in what state the dress is in?
It looks fine on me.
What about the skirt length? Does it look like it was cut or anything?
What? The skirt length? I'll check right now. Hold on. I'm back. I spread the dress out and looked at it carefully, but it seems fine.
Really?
I asked my sister as well, and she says she hasn't made any modifications.
Thank God.
My sister says a strange customer forced her to take it.
What? A customer?
You see, my sister works as a prostitute under the alias Silva. One of the customers saw her driver's license and found out her real name. Apparently, this customer suddenly gave her a dress out of nowhere. My sister got scared and told me about it when she took it home and examined it, since it looked really expensive.
And that's when you noticed it was my mother's dress?
Yep. My sister says she wants to give it back as soon as she finds out who the owner is. It's fine if she returns it to you, right? You should probably come over and take a look at it, just in case.
Of course, I'll go there right now.
That's probably a good idea.
There's something I want to ask your sister as well.
Hey, Anna, what do you mean the wedding's canceled? And what's this about alimony? What are you thinking?
I'm the one who should be asking that question.
Huh?
I met with Lauren.
What? Why?
It was a coincidence, but it seems that Lauren was my friend's sister. You understand why I'm canceling the marriage and suing you if I tell you that I heard everything from her, right?
Well,
Lauren isn't even your ex-girlfriend. She's just a prostitute you paid for. And apparently you're asking her to go out with you, even though we're engaged?
no, that's not I was just trying to please her, you know?
By sacrificing my mother's dress.
What do you mean sacrificing? You're being too dramatic.
Besides, it's not even the kind of dress she wanted.
What are you talking about?
She wanted a dress to wear at ceremonies, not a dress for parties.
What? Really? I thought all dresses were the same.
Which is why you were able to just take my mother's dress that cost $105,000.
Well, I don't have $105,000.
Thankfully, the dress was intact.
What?
Lauren has some knowledge about dresses thanks to her sister, who's a designer. Which is why she noticed that the dress you gave her was expensive, and not the type she wanted.
What, so the dress was fine? Then, isn't there no need to cancel the marriage? You were just threatening me.
What are you talking about? Of course I'm canceling the marriage.
What? Why?
For touching the drawer I specifically told you not to touch. And for approaching another woman while you were engaged to me. I think there's plenty of reason for me to cancel the marriage, no? That's not it.
You borrowed $20,000 from my grandmother as money for the wedding, right?
Huh? This was around the same time you gave Lauren some expensive wine for her birthday, right? This can't be a coincidence.
No, did I really borrow that much?
Stop trying to bluff. My grandmother does have Alzheimer's, but her condition is not that serious, and there's a video of you asking for money.
What, a video?
I set up a camera so I can check on her. You were recorded clearly on camera, and there's even audio. You won't be able to get off of this.
Really? Damn.
That being said, the marriage is canceled.
Hold on, the wedding's only a month away. You can't...
Take care of the cancellation fees, okay?
Huh?
You'll probably have to pay 50% if it's only a month away. About $12,000, right?
I said wait! I don't have any more money! I use it at the brothel!
Do you want me to call the police and report your theft? The police? Well then, a lawyer will take care of things from now. I'm going to block you now. Apparently, Nick came to my apartment the next day. But I had already canceled the contract and went to my parents' house. He didn't know and tried to get in with the spare key, but couldn't, so he kept pounding on the door, it seems. He was reported by the neighbors and was arrested. The company he works at found out about this, and soon everyone also found out about why the wedding was canceled. Nick couldn't bear everyone judging him, so he quit. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to sue him. Apparently his parents are going to pay for it for now, but we'll get the money from him later. He now works several part-time jobs and works day to night with no time to rest.